Today, San Bernardino leaders are expected to declare a fiscal emergency, paving the way to declaring bankruptcy. The city joins a growing list of financially bankrupt California cities. And it wasn't so long ago that San Diego considered bankruptcy as a way out of chronic multi-million-dollar deficits. Pat Shea, a bankruptcy attorney in San Diego, joins me to talk about factors contributing to the financial meltdown in San Bernardino. Thanks for being here. Pat, give us the 30-second rendition of what led San Bernardino to this point.
Sure. San Bernardino has a systemic financial problem, which it's been unable to address. Municipal bankruptcies usually are one of two things, either an acute problem like the one in Mammoth Lakes where they had a lawsuit that went badly for them, or if you've just improperly managed your financial condition. San Bernardino is in the latter group. They've had increases in fixed obligations that they've added to over the years, bond indebtedness, operating expenses, salaries and pensions, and they've had flattened revenues coming in and the prospect of things getting worse. They were not able to work out a deal with everybody, so they're going to wind up in bankruptcy.
Yeah, just as we were talking, it's just like an individual would. You try to work it out, and when you don't, you go in this direction. Three California cities have recently either filed for bankruptcy or said they're going to. Is there a connection, or do these all share one common denominator?
Well, it's not a common denominator, but for the ones that have systemic problems in their financial condition, there is a recurring theme, and that is the inability to deal substantively with specific financial problems in various sectors of your financial condition. Meaning, if you have a problem with your labor system, you have to deal with that. If you have bond indebtedness that's too high, you have to deal with that. If you have infrastructure you haven't dealt with, you have to deal with that.
And pensions.
And pensions. And if you don't deal with those things when they come up early, you will wind up pushing the can down the road until you can't avoid it any longer, and then you go into bankruptcy.
For those who don't know, what's the nuts and bolts of what happens when a city files for bankruptcy? What happens to the workers, who gets paid, who doesn't? What happens logistically?
Yeah, interestingly, for municipalities, not a lot happens that is spectacular on the front end. The entity continues to operate, it continues to pay its employees, it continues to be open for business, issue permits, do whatever it's supposed to do, to the extent that it has the money to do it. What does happen is all of the creditor and all the claimant classes, in a sense, sit down and calm down and wait for the municipality to come up with a plan, which is their outline for what they would like to do to reassert and reachieve financial stability.
Okay, speaking of plans, in 2005, you advocated for San Diego to file for bankruptcy.
I did.
They did not do it.
They didn't.
Right now, so how do you feel, how good of a job do you think they've done in sort of the city leaders getting our financial house in order here?
Well, I think that they have become more aware and openly aware. You remember back in the 2005 timeframe, there was a big debate about whether we had a problem in the first place. That was the first debate we had. I think that we've come a long way in acknowledging that we have very serious structural financial issues, and they have to be addressed. Some of them have been addressed, some of them continue to be nagging problems, and it's really a function of how we continue to manage those and monitor those into the future.
Orange County took a long time. They were one of the first to file. How long does it take to recover? And down with the San Bernardino, once things get going, will that have sort of an impact on the state?
Well, so there's two questions. One, how long does it take to come out, and what's the impact? It does take some time to go through the process. In Orange County, it took just under 2 years to come up with a plan. That's not a short amount of time, but in terms of government action, it's not that long a period of time either to go from insolvent to solvent. These processes tend to be quicker, I think, than trying to assess them outside of bankruptcy, because you're dealing with them all at once. The impact on the state and the impact on the communities is really a function of how successful these programs are. If you have municipalities that go into Chapter 9 and they recover quickly, they come up with plans quickly, and they reach consensus with their creditor classes quickly, their credit gets reestablished and reinvigorated. And to the extent that other municipalities in the area take the lead from that, they get the benefit as well.
They're going to recover a little bit faster
They
depending
will.
if they move. State law actually makes it more difficult now to file for Chapter 9. Tell me about that.
It does. I'm not a fan of the new law that was enacted last year, which requires a negotiating period before a municipality can go into bankruptcy unless they declare a financial emergency or a fiscal emergency, which San Bernardino is likely to do. But the bankruptcy code also already provides any number of obligations of municipalities to negotiate with all of their creditor classes, including labor unions and pensions and bondholders and whatnot. So my belief is that the state law really just sort of gets in the way of getting on with the problem.
All right. We'll be following this story closely. Pat Shea, thanks so much for being here.
Pleasure.